Hey everyone, welcome back to another World of Warships Legends video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Tiger 59. So a few weeks ago I saw some posts on Reddit about Tiger 59, and as usual there were people calling it the worst ship in the game. Some people would say it's only good for hunting destroyers. There are people who would say you would have to sacrifice your damage numbers if you play Tiger 59. And I even saw comments saying that Tiger 59 has bad armor. So I thought I would make a video about Tiger 59 to help you understand the ship better. Now, I'm not calling it the best ship in the game, but I'm also not calling it the worst ship in the game. It does have a high skill floor, but I think once you understand the ship, it's a really good ship. Now, to demonstrate my point, I did play Tiger 59 for a bunch of matches within a 24-hour period, and in some of them, or to be honest, in most of them, we were very unlucky with our teammates. So here we have a 2400 XP loss. It would have been a 3600 XP minimum if we won the game. I literally got more XP than the winning team's top player. Anyway, so the next one is a 2100 loss. Then there is more 2000 XP loss, another 2000 XP loss, another 2000 XP loss. Now, all those games would have been a minimum of 3000 XP games if we had some decent teammates. But anyways, we did have some 3000 XP games. Here's a 3200 win. There's another 3200 win. There's another 3000 XP win. And lastly, a Kraken. So after 25 games, we have a very mediocre 56% win rate, but if you look at our average XP there, we are averaging 2000 XP even with our mediocre win rate. So if you are averaging 2000 XP in a tier 6 ship even with a 56% win rate, that's not the worst ship in the game. That's no way is the worst ship in the game. So I think you can play Tiger 59 better, and I'll try to demonstrate how. Now with Tiger 59 you get 4 Minotaur guns, but you only have 2 guns on your bow, but you have a 3-second reload. Comparing it to something like the Fiji, which has 12 guns, but they have like 8-9 second reload. So Tiger 59 has the similar firepower. You may have less guns, but your guns reload very fast, and my favorite thing about the guns are the turret traverse. It's literally faster than almost 99% of destroyers. You can turn around, you can wiggle, and your turrets will instantly switch where you look. It's so fast and it's really nice to play with. And then you have 3 super hills, and each hill repair about 1/3 of your ship's HP, and they also repair severe damage, so you can repair up to 50% of citadel damage, I believe. And you also have both smoke and radar, but you do not get any sonar, so you have to worry about where the enemy destroyer was last spotted or the enemy cruisers. Basically, you have to have good awareness. Now, the other great thing about Tiger 59 is you have 25mm plating all around the ship, and there's not a single light cruiser in the tech tree that has 25mm plating all around. And if you look at all the light cruisers that are in the store, that are permanently in the store, almost none of them have 25mm plating either. So with 25mm plating, you can push battleships up to 356mm guns, so that will be your Connecticuts, your Issei, your King George. So those ships are anything 356mm or less, you can push them, but just make sure you're angled well. As you can see here, we rush Angiodoria, and he'll fire at our bow, and all of his shells will ricochet. Now this is the build we are going to use today. It's a completely free-to-play build. We're using Bruce Fraser with Mikawa and Sursky. We're focusing on the concealment. With this build, our stealth is gonna be at 9 kilometers. And with Tiger 59, I really have to emphasize it, guys. You have to get in close. I know your guns have a 15 kilometers range, but don't stay at 15 kilometers. Try to be around 10-ish kilometers if you want to have a good game, because unlike other light cruisers, you don't have HE shells that will set fires, so you can just sail around the map and still rack up damage from fires. And HE shells also do penetration damage just on contact if they can penetrate the armor. On the other hand, with Tiger 59, you only have AP, so you have to take into account you'll get ricochets, you'll get shatters. So even if you are very accurate with landing your shells, you have to take into account that you're not getting any fire damage and that your shells will ricochet or shatter. Before we get too deep into the battle, I just wanted to mention the aim of me making all these videos are not to showcase my best games. I had higher damage games and higher XP games than this battle with Tiger 59, but the reason I'm showing this one is I believe that this one demonstrates the basics of how to play Tiger 59 better. And at the end of the day, if you want to see 250k battles in every video, there are plenty of other creators to choose from. I try to make my videos a sort of beginner-friendly guides, so I'm trying to do my part to try to make the player base a tiny bit better. And if even a 5-player or 10-player becomes a better player by watching my videos, I'll call that a success. Now, there are 5 battleships in each team in this game, and we already saw the Normandy and we saw a New Orleans over there. The one I'm worried about is a Colorado who has 16-inch guns that can overmatch us from any angles. So I took a shot at the Normandy to try to see if there's a battleship on A side that will fire at us. That's what I was looking at with the overview camera. So nobody fired at us, so we will start moving into A. And we have a destroyer with us, Fubuki. He should go into A, but seems like he's abandoning A. And if you look at the minimap, the blue circle, that's our detection circle, 9 kilometers. So the New Orleans is probably at least 11, 12 kilometers. And the Fubuki is trying to throw torpedoes in that direction. I'm not sure if it's intended for New Orleans because it's never gonna reach the New Orleans where he's parked. I'm asking the Fubuki to come back, but I can't force him to, so I'll just go and try to capture A. And seems like there is, the Colorado is on this side, but he's far away, pretty far away from our detection zone, and there is no cruiser. And their destroyer was last spotted on B side, so this might be a pretty good place for us to park. We can discourage any of their battleships or cruisers from crossing over from the other side of B, and we also have to make sure here that no one can sneak up on A. If we can maintain this position, this is a pretty good position because all those enemy battleships that will go to B, they'll try to angle to our battleships at the back, so we will have their flat broadside to shoot at. So I'm not taking any risk here because I want to finish capturing this area. So I use one of my smoke and start farming the Normandy, and you can see how fast the damage is racking up. And the Colorado seems like he's moving to B. So far this side of the map seems pretty safe, and if we can hold this position, this will be a very good position to have control over on 2 different cap circles. So our main threat is the Colorado here because we can angle against any battleship. In this game, the other battleships have guns smaller than 16-inch, So we want to make sure that Colorado can never push in from the B side. So we're trying to soften him up as much as we can, and 2-3k every 2-3 seconds. It's pretty. We're farming him pretty good, and we did finish capturing our destroyer who abandoned us at the start. Suddenly decides it's a smart decision to go between 3 battleships in New Orleans, and seems like he's gonna die. Yeah. So our destroyer dies, and I'm gonna be honest, that was a pretty dick move from me, spamming the comms, but I was pretty frustrated after losing so many games in Tiger 59 that all should have been a 3000 XP wins. Anyways, the Normandy is falling back a little bit, and our smoke is expiring, but we have positioned ourselves in a place that is pretty safe for us. We can lob our shells over, but the battleships, they can't. And even though we are spotted, as I said, we are in a position that we don't have to worry about getting shot by the battleships. I'm perfectly fine with showing them my broadside here because their shells can't reach us. And they still have all 5 of their battleships, but we know their positions. 3 of them are at B, 2 of them are at D, so we are out of their range, and they can't fire through the islands. So the Colorado tries to come in front and maybe move into B, but we have to discourage him because he's the only one that can overmatch us in this game. So he peeks out a little bit, and we tell him no. So as you can see, we focus on the Colorado a little bit, and he realizes his mistake and he's trying to back up, but we have so far taken almost 80% of his health. So he decides to go back into the island. The only thing with our positioning here, the only weak side is if any cruiser or battleships is come towards it, then they'll push us out of our position. So that's the only thing we need to make sure, that no one can come over to this side, to the A side. If it's the New Orleans, we have to shoot at him and discourage him. If it's the Colorado, we have to do the same thing. If we can manage this position well, we can farm all their battleships to death at B. So the California is now trying to move in. He has full health. So again, we'll start focusing on him. Our main goal right now is to push them back because they already have 3 caps. So we can't let them move in and box us here, and we can't let them push us even further back. The Normandy, we take a shot at him to discourage him from moving to this side. I think some of our, yeah, so there's the New Orleans. Again, we're trying to make sure that they don't come to this side. I'm perfectly fine with them moving into B, but I don't want them to come to this side because that will push us out of our position. The Colorado gets frustrated. He decides he should move in. So we'll focus on him again. We can focus on the California later. So it's a 3v5 now, just a little earlier. We lost our Hyuga, so we only have 2 battleships left, and there's the destroyer. Some of our shells are getting blocked by the island, the front turret, but we are still getting our rear turrets. So not moving out yet. There's still time for us to do some good stuff from this position. So there's the Colorado. I think I'll pop a smoke here just to be safe because I want him gone first before any of the battleships. If it comes to me having to push battleships later, with the other battleships I can push them with my 25mm plating, but I can't with the Colorado, so I want him gone first before the other ones. So we are gonna waste our smoke here just to try to finish him off, and he seems like he's gonna go down now. So let's see if we can finish him up. And yeah, there he goes, there he dies. The New Orleans gets frustrated and he realizes he can't let us just sit in this position anymore, so we are keeping an eye on him because he's trying to flank us. So we are getting ready to get in a position to shoot at him, but our battleship takes care of him. So he dies, but our battleship also dies in exchange. Now there is a Normandy, and there's another battleship, I believe it's the California, and they have the destroyer. So the California is moving towards us. We still have a minute left in our smoke screen, but we don't want to sit in our smoke screen and wait for the battleship to approach us. So we are gonna get out of our smoke screen, but we are gonna put the smoke screen behind us, so we are gonna go dark again, but we'll be able to see him since he just fired, and we'll be able to keep farming him. And there we go, we again go dark, and we'll keep shooting at California. And we are still using our smoke screen. We are just keeping it behind us instead of sitting in the smoke screen, because the game is, we're trailing by quite a lot of points, so we need to start moving to the other caps if we want to win at all. So the California goes down. The Normandy, I can take care of the Normandy anytime, but now my main goal is to take capture B or find the destroyer. I still have all my raiders left, so I start moving and I'm trying to go to B, but just as I start doing that, A starts getting contested. That means the destroyer just moved in here and he got greedy. He's trying to take another capture circle, and there we go, we spot him. Even if we didn't spot him, I would have popped my radar when I got to the other side of the island. He probably used his torpedoes, but we have 3 super hills, and again, getting rid of him is our priority now, so I'm willing to take a couple of torpedoes. And we managed our health pretty well. We almost didn't lose any HP this whole time. We took only 1 torpedo there, and it did like 7 or 8k, so we could have taken another 2 and we'd still be fine, since we popped our hill earlier, just a little early, preemptively, to mitigate any damage from the torpedoes. The Normandy is falling back, but it seems like his stern is pointing to us, so he only has 4 guns behind his ship and he's pretty close to dying. So we're not gonna prolong, we're not gonna drag it out any longer. We're gonna try to finish him off right now. If we take some big shots, that's fine. It's only his rear turret, and we still have 2 super heals. At this point the game is over already, so I think we get the Normandy. Maybe he does take like 10,000 off of us, but he's pretty much one shot if we can land anything. And there we go, we get the kill on the Normandy Normandy 2. So pretty okay game damage wise, and not a very glamorous game, but that's usually how you're supposed to play Tiger 59 in most of your games. It's a purely support ship, and you have to position accordingly. You have to position in a way where you get the battleship's broadsides. You're not trying to hit them for 14 or 15 kilometers. XP wise, it was a decent, okay to decent game, but yeah, so that's the Tiger 59. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.